The Las Vegas Raiders have just become the center of a major NFL market story. Several teams are pushing for a trade that could completely change Las Vegas's offense, and the name dominating all the conversations is Jakobi Meyers. Sources have confirmed that multiple teams are trying to trade for the Raiders wide receiver, but what's drawing attention is what the Las Vegas team is asking in return, at least a second-round draft pick. That's right. The Raiders won't even sit down at the table unless they receive a considerable offer. And this has raised a big question in the league. Are the Raiders really willing to trade one of their top receivers? Before I tell you what's behind these conversations and which player might come in exchange, please like and subscribe to the channel because what comes next could define the future of the Raiders offense this season. Journalist Jordan Schultz reported that several teams are inquiring with the Raiders about Jakobi Meyers, but are facing resistance. According to him, there's a lot of uncertainty within the league about how willing Las Vegas is to actually let go of the player. And he's not the only one who confirmed the interest. Adam Schefter also revealed that the Bills, Broncos, and Steelers are among the main teams paying attention to the situation. But the most curious detail is that despite all this movement, the Raiders continued to deny the proposals and remain completely silent about what they intend to do. This has led many analysts to believe that something bigger is being planned behind the scenes, perhaps a chain trade involving other impact players. Now, a detail that many people forget, Jakobi Meyers already requested a trade earlier this year. After lengthy contract negotiations that did not result in a new agreement, the player made it clear that he wanted a fresh start. He's in the final year of his contract, earning approximately $10.7 million, and knows that he is unlikely to receive a long-term extension in Las Vegas. This puts his name at the top of the list of possible moves before the NFL trade deadline. Even so, the Raiders have been resisting. Why? Because they know that if they trade Meyers now, they need to receive something truly valuable in return. And perhaps that piece already has a name. According to Diana Rossini of The Athletic, the Jacksonville Jaguars are listening to calls about wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr., a young talent who shined in his rookie year with 1,282 yards and 10 touchdowns, but who is now experiencing a season of declining performance and uncertainty within the team. What makes it even more interesting is that the Jaguars are looking for defensive reinforcements, and the Raiders, on the other hand, have exactly what Jacksonville is looking for. This opens the door to a surprising scenario, a trade that would involve Meyers leaving and Brian Thomas Jr. arriving in Las Vegas. Consider the impact of this. The Raiders would trade a veteran looking for a new contract for a young receiver with enormous potential and a cheap contract, ideal for rebuilding and balancing the team's finances. And if Thomas returns to the level he showed as a rookie, the Las Vegas team would have a player who could be the future of the offense alongside Davante Adams or even his natural successor if the team opts for more profound changes in the next offseason. The problem is that to achieve this, the Raiders may need to involve other pieces. Names like Malcolm Koonce and Elendon Roberts are already emerging as potential trade chips, especially since the Jaguars are looking to reinforce their defense for the playoffs. But there's a big question in the air. Are the Raiders ready to sacrifice Meyers now, or will they wait another round to see if there's still a chance of a turnaround this season? With the team at 2-7, coming off a painful loss to the Chiefs, and with morale shaken, the decision to sell may be inevitable. And the most curious thing is that even amidst the crisis, sources say that General Manager Tom Telesco still believes the team can pull off a turnaround if they can acquire the right player before the trade deadline. Therefore, the name Brian Thomas Jr. could be the trigger for a bold move, a low-risk, high-reward gamble that would change the destiny of the team in both the short and long term. The clock is ticking, and the NFL trade deadline is about to close. Everything indicates that the Raiders won't stand idly by. Even in a turbulent scenario, the Las Vegas team can still emerge from this trade period as one of the big winners if they manage to transform uncertainties into opportunities. A trade for Brian Thomas Jr. would be exactly that, the chance to revive the offense, alleviate the salary cap, and open space for a new phase. Now, the question that all fans want to know is, has Jakobi Meyers already played his last game for the Raiders? Leave your opinion in the comments. Would you trade Meyers for a young talent like Brian Thomas Jr.? And while you're at it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel because if this deal actually happens, we'll bring you all the details and behind-the-scenes information about this twist that could change the course of the season in Las Vegas.